Hi, I'm Rose Lambert, spiritual mystic alchemist. I'm here to guide you out of any struggles and help you find your higher self, to change your thoughts from negative to positive. No more struggling. Learn to flow with positive vibes. Let's create your dream life. Change your mind, change your life. Hello, everyone. I'm Rose Lambert, mystic alchemist, your host for this show. I have a wonderful guest today, my dear friend, John Hakundar. He is very expert with spiritual awakening, and he's been helping people around the world many years. He's been done a lot of seminars, and he's been teaching, helping many people many years, and he's been also a good friend, and he has been helpful to me this past year. And I went to him for advice on some of my personal questions too. And now I'm gonna share some of my personal stories, and it's very possible happening to most of people today's generation with the THC weed use, and weed is very common now, especially you could buy over the counter, not over the counter, it's like what's called what you call, John, with
the recipe, you mean?
No, it's called, my English is not great. It's like you could go to a doctor and you could get a license, prescription. Yeah, you could get a prescription for it. Medical marijuana. Yeah, you could get a medical marijuana license, and you could use. And people who's using this, if they're on their spiritual awakening, like I was, they could really raise their vibrations, and which is I did. And I was on, I never did medical marijuana or any kind of marijuana or any kind of drugs all my life. But when I was on my journey, my boyfriend said, it's like I had my back problems, and it's like he said it will help you with your sleep, and it will help you with your back problem. But I didn't take his word for it. I said, you know what, let me just go see a doctor. And I went and see a doctor, consultation, and I told my issues, and doctor said, yeah, it will be good with your lower back problem. It will help you with your sleep. And usually spiritual people, late night sleep, stay up late, and they have sleeping problems. And gave me a medical card for, I could go buy a THC. So, which is I did. And then I start experiencing things, and then raise my vibrations, and I start losing my reality. And I start having a hard time adjusting 3-dimension, and I lost my reality from 3-dimension, and I kind of got lost. And now John is here, my good friend, and I'm going to ask him to explain this. Oh, a lot of things happened, and I got better. It's like, my poor daughters had to Baker-act me, and I went through a mental health facility. And then I got better, and I stopped taking THC, and I would never ever touch it again. It's not good for me because I'm already high on life, and I'm already a high energy person. I would never touch it again. But for those out there high energy like me and high vibration, and I'm going to ask my friend John to explain how this THC will affect you when you're a spiritual being and how this will affect your vibrations. John, welcome to show.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for coming and joining me.
Thank you for hosting me.
And I am first time doing this. I'm very excited, and I'm sure I'm not doing everything professionally. I am sorry. Please excuse me. Like,
It's
I am
okay.
not doing it right. I know.
There's
Please,
no right or wrong, you know.
please bear with me.
Yeah. There's two sides of the subject. I mean, one side is spiritual side of it, and the other part, the other, let's say, 180-degree part of it is the scientific side, I can say. I always like to approach from the scientific side because mankind wants, we all want proof. So I have such experiences in my entire, like, I'm 66, so when I was in Africa for such workshops and shamanic workshops mostly, I experienced lots of I can explain it with this word, super unnatural, hypernatural, supernatural experiences in my life without THC.
Yeah.
So actually this is a hormone
Uh-huh.
like melatonin. Our body can create all the hormones, all chemicals. It's like magician, you know, our liver. So whatever we need, we take it or we create it actually. So we take it externally, like melatonin or THC, whatever you name it, or our body create those hormones, which your being actually needs in this three-dimensional reality. So there's a guy, a world-famous writer, Carlos Castaneda. Maybe you heard about his name. He has lots of shamanic experiences, and he has lots of books. And whatever I read on his books, under the influence of THC and other kind of hallucinatives, let's say, I experienced those without alcohol, without any kind of external chemicals or hormones, whatever you name it. So the thing is, the big question for me is, are you ready to take it? Are you ready what will happen when you take it? There is one side, biologic side, which is we can approach with the science. And the other side is, are you really spiritually ready? What will happen spiritually?
Can you handle it like it happened to me?
Can you handle it? Because if we are talking about the supernatural area, if we're talking about out-of-body experiences or different dimensions, which is science anymore. So you have to be prepared what you will meet with in different dimensions. Spiritually, spiritual beings, I can say, if you believe in spirituality. If you don't,
Yeah.
you can say, you can explain it like, what is these, what are those hallucinations? And if you ask for a doctor, you can say it's a tendency of we were talking about.
They could get diagnosed with schizophrenia.
Exactly. So what's the difference? It's a knife edge, exactly. This side is illness, this side is a question mark. So if you want to know about further scientific explanation about that issue, I mean, I watched a film just a month ago in not in YouTube. I think you can watch it in YouTube too. a study in university about THC. They call it the touch of God. The connection, it connects us to the God, to source, or whatever you like to tell it. God,
Definitely does.
God, creator, universe. So they call it third eyes also. The connection, maybe you guys, for sure you heard about that. Pineal gland, I'm talking about. The center, it looks like really a eyes shape. So it's just center of, just in between our two eyes. Pineal gland, this THC affects our pineal gland, and it creates the hallucinative experiences actually. But the question is this a hallucination? Is this a kind of dream? Or is this a different, how can I say, let's say, different dimensional experiences? are there.
Right.
So recently, just few days ago, Japanese scientists start to record our dreams. No, you can just record your dreams, and the next day, mostly brain just forget it. You can play back and watch your previous dreams. So those things are really, really, really very deep rabbit holes. But what I want to say, your question was my opinion about what THC does. Yeah, if you are not ready, it can really create a deep depression on you, which mostly lots of people which I deal with under influence of drug, really they have deep depressions. There's something we call it spiritually obsession. Obsession in the spiritual term means other kind of species can just attach to you from
But the
different
l-
dimensions.
Is it like lower energy spiritual beings,
It can be lower or higher.
dark energies?
There's endless possibilities in endless frequency spectrum in universe. Everything is energy. So you can, in Christianity,
Yeah, dark energies.
they have the,
Right.
they
Yeah.
just what I don't know in English. They
Uh,
just take out the devil inside, like exorcist.
Yeah, taking the demon out.
Yeah, this is in every belief system, in every school, every religion. There is such things, which means that there is kind of entities, believe it or not.
Because we don't have the defense. I can kind of understand that because I've been there. I mean, thank God I didn't have any kind of lower energy, dark spirit got attached to me. I didn't have that, but I could understand because I didn't have my defense high. I didn't have I wasn't smart, because when you're not having any kind of drugs, you are more, you're defending yourself much better. Your energies, you're controlling your energies better. And when you're taking a THC, and if you're not controlling your energies, yes, you could attract a negative energy, dark energy, right?
Dark energy, bright energy, but
Right.
something you don't know is
Right.
the point.
Right.
So are you really ready? Several times, even I had such experiences since 50 years. I'm in that spiritual path since I was 17. Now it's really over 50 years maybe. So I refuse lots of times to even, there's a drug, ayahuasca, the South Americans use to make out of body experiences. I didn't want to take it because even such experience, I said, no, I don't know what I will met with, so
Right.
I don't want to take risk.
Exactly.
I'm a Virgo. Virgos don't take risks. if you believe in horoscope, you know, the signs. Yes, that's my opinion.
Yeah, and also when you meditate right, it's like the high you get from good meditation is actually, it's better than any THC could give it to you. You know, it's like it's a better high, better, it's safe high.
Let's talk about the vice versa, the other side.
Okay.
What shall we do?
Yeah. What shall we do?
It's just nowadays, in my childhood, if you take any kind of weed or something, you know, I could find myself easy in the jail, you know. Nowadays,
Right.
medical marijuana stuff, even, you know, we all know what's happening around. So the thing is, I don't say it's bad.
I'm not saying it's bad either.
It's
Like
curing-
people need to use, they should. You know, I'm not saying anything bad, but should be used carefully. It's like, especially if somebody, trying to, awaken and, it's like going through this path, just got to be careful.
Yeah, we are just in the now we just talk about the spiritual side.
Spiritual
In the
side, yeah.
scientific side, in the health side, let's say, it cures the skin cancer. It's helpful for every kind of disease, and you know everybody knows that.
Right.
It's a natural painkiller,
Right,
and it's very good actually for depression,
right,
for anxiety. Nowadays, since 2 years I am working on anxiety problem, especially after COVID. COVID created such a big fear on social life, so everybody became skeptic and paranoid. You know, even I was in the first days. I was washing when I sit my car, my shift, my steering wheel. I was just cleaning everything, which I was not that paranoid, but I became. So this, by time after 2 years, lots of my patients really biggest problem is this is a big social problem actually, anxiety. So also, if you anxiety plus drugs, this is a really big risk. Let me tell this. So you have to know what you're doing. I don't smoke, I don't drink. I mean, I can have a glass of wine
right.
with such a beautiful lady like you,
Thank you.
but not more than this.
Yes.
Because also alcohol is relaxing in the spiritual term. Alcohol disattach you from your soul, just short. What is soul, what's body, those are different things. I just want to,
Okay.
you know, put it short. So we all know that we had alcohol, we feel relaxed. That's the reason. We just loosen our control, loosen the ego. So we became more ourselves. But on the other hand, losing control means losing control in every aspect, losing control in three-dimensional reality, which we call life, right? So we all know that drunk people behavior appears.
So what would you recommend? It's like meditating, more mindfulness, like mindfulness practices,
Yeah, the word is, I think, awareness.
awareness.
Aware of everything. Aware of first, for me, awareness is aware yourself. What are you? Why we are here? What is my purpose in life? What is my duty for myself?
Right,
For me, this body, which I show myself, display myself as a being, right, in
Right.
three-dimensional reality. Whatever you see, it's my projection to you.
right.
I want to project myself as a bald guy right now.
Are you?
So,
Are you both?
yeah, our appearance is our choice, actually. This is another subject, but
Yeah, we choose.
okay, we
Yeah,
choose everything.
Yeah.
So whatever we choose in life, we have to really be careful. Is it really my life purpose? Is this really what I have to do? Is this really something good to me? Sometimes we do things bad, but actually it's good. In long term, we can see the benefits of the bad, we name bad things. For instance, we can have a bad relation, but after certain years, we say, we thank them, right?
We learn so much from that bad relationship.
Definitely.
And we
Exactly.
become who we are. You know, that bad relationship teaches us the biggest life lesson.
So we are responsible of ourselves, not anybody else. This is another point. Anxiety, I was talking about anxiety. The first thing, if you don't want to find yourself in anxiety situations, don't play the role of sacrifice yourself for your surrounding, your kids, your partners, your boss, whatever, you name it. You are the most precious one. Never ever forget that. You are the only reality. The rest is the creation that you create around you. I always tell my friends that my son and my car actually is from the same. They all are my surroundings, and they are, for me, in the same distance. But I name it my son, I name it my car, I name it my house, my wife, my whatever, my dog, right? Those are the illusion for me around me. One day they can be important, priorities can change. One day our kids can be our priority, and another day we dream to buy a car, a ring, right, for the
Right.
woman.
Every day the realities,
we
every day
change.
that what's the important is changing. It's like today's what's important for us. Maybe in 6 months later it's going to be something else. And sometimes even daily changes what's important.
Yeah. So the addictions are the worst things. Addicting for anything, even too much thinking about our kids, our family is a kind of addiction. We have to be always think about that. So if we want to be a healthy mental stage, we have to stay to the same distance to our surroundings. If we have a healthy mind, we'll never get sick.
Healthy mind, healthy body.
Everything starts here.
Right.
So here is the connection of everything to the universe. I cannot guarantee if you live perfect healthy life. I can't guarantee you that you are not going to die, but for sure we all have a good quality life. That must be the life purpose, I think.
But if our brain is the center, you know, our main center, the control center of our body, and you know, and our energy, it's like the computer and hard drive. It's our brain. We have to taking care of ourselves and managing our energy, managing our health, and sending right message. And it's like even just being thankful for every cell in your body every day. You know, it's like being grateful for everything, and gratefulness is mindfulness, and I think it just goes a long way, and just enjoying life and be having a positive mindset.
We mustn't forget about sugar too, by the way.
Oh yeah, sugar. Yeah.
You know, 3 white poisons.
Right.
So one of it is the sugar. So sugar is one of the biggest helper to the brain, because brain works with sugar, but also it kills the brain. Everything must be in the middle.
Everything with the moderation.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want to say it's like don't do that, but it's like, you know, everything with the moderation. We consume too much sugar in everything. but everything should be with moderation. When we read about what sugar does, and you got to be careful with that too, right?
Exactly. So we will all die one day.
Doesn't matter what you're doing, we're gonna die. So it's like we can't get out of here alive. So just we gotta enjoy it and just do everything with moderation and enjoying, and just make sure you enjoy whatever you do. And it's a piece of cake, or it's like whatever you do, it's just enjoy it. And what you
Yeah,
think?
this summer I had a friend of mine. She was 30, and she was working with me, by the way. And she was a really, 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 I don't want to name it right now. She was going to die. She knows that. But she had a big hope. She was really, really tied to life, and I was really very hopeful about her too. But in the summer, this summer holiday in Mediterranean coast, we have beautiful times with her. And she was smoking, drinking, and eating lots of chocolate. And it was not good for her health. I was always warning her, sugar is bad for your bad cells in your body. You know that? She said, yes, but I cannot stop myself. I turned back to here to Miami, and then I heard that she passed away just 15 days later. And I feel so bad that I say, don't eat sugar. And I was really very happy that she didn't listen to me and eat all those chocolates, because she had only 15 days life left when I was trying to stop her not to eat chocolate.
You had the good intentions, but even if she didn't eat,
Yeah.
maybe it wasn't going to make any difference anymore.
Exactly.
It was done.
Yeah, but we are here not talking about good or bad.
Right.
I don't like to name anything good or bad.
Right.
Your question was, what you think about THC? And I said,
Right.
are you ready the things you are going to face?
Right.
That's the question. I didn't say, did I say anything, don't take it or don't do that? No.
I think it's like we're kind of coming towards the end of the show. What I learned from my experience, and thanks to John's explanation also, just being careful and knowing your own personal situation. And a lot of people using THC, very successful and has no problem. But in my own situation, I was very, high on spiritual journey. And, in my meditation, I was already very spiritual, very high, and traveling into different dimensions. And with the THC, I just basically got disconnected from this world. So it wasn't good for me. So basically knowing your own life, and don't get in trouble. And I'm not saying, I'm not saying it's don't do this, don't do that. I'm not that type of person. I am just trying to help people on their spiritual journeys, like myself. And I don't want people to go through what I went through. I got some hard life lessons, and if I could do anything to help those to not to go through what I went through, that's my goal. And thanks for joining me today, and thanks to you so much for John coming and explaining to me. And I hope you will come back, and you have so much to share and talk about with the light workers. I want to talk with you. There's a lot of light workers, awakening and star seeds, and I want to talk about, and you have so much to give and teach. And I hope you will join and you will come back visit us.
Thank you. It was my pleasure.
Thank you for watching us.
Tune in next time to Spiritual Alchemist with Rose Lambert, where we talk about everything spiritual to guide you onto the right path. For more information, contact rosegalson@gmail.com or 786-747-9280. Shalom, everyone.